Hey everyone, welcome to Self Care Sunday. I know you can't see me very well. I am standing outside in the dark with just a little light shining on me, an outdoor light, and I am coming to you today from a retreat center. So I'll tell you about that in just a moment. But for right now, I invite you to just take a moment to pause and get yourself a little bit settled and just take a few rounds of breath and acknowledge yourself for taking a little time, a little pause in your day or whatever time it is for you to just let yourself be and to do a little check-in to see what you might need in this moment. You can imagine the bell if that's helpful for you. So I'm here in this slightly warmer weather than southern Indiana. I'm surrounded by trees. And I've been feeling deeply grateful to have landed here this weekend. This retreat was not something that I had planned. It came up unexpectedly, pretty much last minute. And I could have made a dozen or more excuses not to come. So that's pretty common, I think, for a lot of us, right? Part of my brain really tried to talk me out of it, saying all the things like, I don't have time for this, or just keep pushing through. Thanksgiving's almost here, you're fine, right? There's way too much to do. You can't leave right now. You've got responsibilities. You all know these voices. But part of self-care is learning to stop the madness sometimes. And if we get a chance to interrupt some of the patterns, to take ourselves out of our usual environment, if we can make it work, even though it doesn't always make sense to our logical mind, it can create so much nourishment for us. And every time I've chosen to do that, I have to remember that my nervous system knows something that my logical mind doesn't know or doesn't believe. My nervous system knows when it needs space. My nervous system knows when it needs quiet. It knows when I need to slow down. It also knows when I need to just be held by nature or community or stillness. And so that's what this weekend has been for me. A chance to just step out of the noise, out of the hustle and bustle. And I really love doing this before and around the holidays to help me remember just the most simple things. And one of those things is gratitude, right? And realizing or remembering that gratitude is a nervous system practice. It can and does shape our body. It can and does shape or change the neurochemicals running through us. It can help to increase serotonin and oxytocin. It helps us to kind of reframe and rewire our perspective on the world. It just gives us a moment and a practice and a way to remember the goodness in our lives, even though sometimes things don't always feel good. So wherever you are right now, I'm going to invite you to do a little gratitude practice with me. And so you can get yourself comfortable if you'd like to sit or lie down. I'm going to stay standing because I'm outside and it's a little damp on the ground. But as you get yourself settled, just take a moment to feel your feet. Or take a moment to feel your body being supported by the ground or whatever it is you're sitting or standing on. And you can invite your breath to kind of slow down. And as you do that, maybe soften or relax your shoulders, let them drop down, let your jaws unclench. Just let yourself feel a little more relaxed. Let's remember as we get started with this that gratitude doesn't require us to pretend that everything's perfect. It doesn't ask us to fake being positive or to overlook what's hard. It just simply helps us to widen our lens, to help us notice that goodness and difficulty often are there at the same time. They coexist in the same moment, the same breath. So, as I guide you through these 3 reflections, just take a breath and let it out. And the first one is we're going to bring to mind one person, past or present, who softens your life just a little. Maybe it's someone who you feel like listens to you, someone who believes in you or has in the past, someone who shows up, someone who's shown you kindness when you needed it most. And as you imagine this person and remember this person, really let yourself feel that appreciation, that gratitude, and see if you can notice where you feel it in your body. There might be a little warmth in or around your heart. There might be some softening through parts of your body, your chest. Maybe you feel just a sense of feeling more relaxed or like a relief through parts of your body. The second reflection is this. Think about something in your environment, your regular kind of everyday environment that you usually overlook. It could be the sunrise or the sunset, that morning or evening light. It could be that you have access to warm or hot water. It could be your favorite chair or your favorite mug, a quiet moment in your car, the feeling of clean sheets. Right? Just choose one thing that you rarely stop to really notice and appreciate. And see if you can just let yourself take it in. Let yourself feel this little bit of support that it gives you. And as you do that, feeling that support, notice how it feels in your body as you breathe in and breathe out. And one more reflection here of gratitude. Let's start to think about one thing. This one's a little harder. Think about one thing about yourself that you're grateful for today. This can be a little challenging, but let's just take a moment and pause. Maybe you're grateful that you're honest, you're an honest person, that you have a good sense of humor, that you are courageous. Maybe you're thankful for the way you communicate with others. Maybe it's your kindness or compassion. Maybe it's your willingness to grow. Take a moment and really let yourself name something true and kind about yourself, even if it feels really small or inconsequential, not very significant, right? And see if you can just let yourself feel it and breathe it. Breathe into that acknowledgement of that part of yourself that you're thankful for. Because you and me, we all deserve to feel the impact of our own goodness, right? That we do offer something to the world. We all have something to offer. We all have value. We all have gifts. Now take another breath in and let it out. And if your eyes have closed during this time, you can let them slowly open. And then just take a few moments to notice how you feel. Gratitude doesn't fix, but it usually does and can shift something, even just a millimeter. Yet those millimeters really can add up, and they can even create new pathways in our brain and new stories in our bodies. and new possibilities in our lives for connection, for presence. So I'm grateful for you, for being here, for practicing with me, and for being part of a community that is trying to care for itself in real and meaningful ways. So, again, thank you for taking this time, and thank you for just showing up and choosing a moment for yourself. I know you give a lot to a lot of people in your lives, most of your day, most of your week. So, thank you for just taking a little tiny bit of time for yourself. And I wish you a very grounded and gentle Thanksgiving. Maybe you can use one of these reflective gratitude practices to bring into or around your Thanksgiving meal. Invite others to do the same reflection with you. Usually we go around and we say one thing we're grateful for, and I absolutely love that practice and that ritual that we have every Thanksgiving. I also like the idea of inviting something a little, maybe, a little more specific, like thinking of a person that's brings a smile to your face or helps you to feel just a little softer, or something about yourself that you're grateful for. You could bring one or more of these into your yearly, annual ritual of everyone saying what they're grateful for. So give it a try. See how it's received. I am so appreciative of you joining me today, tonight, whatever time it is for you. And I will see you next week for Self Care Sunday. Until then, take good care and peace to you.